Now a remarkable story. A Syracuse University student is sharing her journey after leaving the U.S. in fear of the COVID-19 outbreak. Where was she heading? Back home, to China. News Channel 9's Julia LeBlanc spoke with this student about her experience being in mandatory quarantine.
People were just walking everywhere, like no one cared.
When Emporia Meng chose to study abroad in New York City as part of Syracuse University's Newhouse program, she never thought she'd be under a mandatory quarantine in this hotel in China.
When the initial outbreak occurred in America, I was that person who was wearing a mask and cleaning my hands with hand sanitizer every couple of seconds. I had people give me so many weird looks. I've had people step away from me in New York City because I was wearing a mask.
That was just over a week ago when hundreds of people were testing positive for COVID-19 in her neighborhood and thousands throughout the city. Meanwhile, back at home for Meng and Xiamen, China, the spread of the virus was slowing down. Terrified, her family begged her to come back home. She flew out of Newark, New Jersey, and could spot the differences in protective practices right away.
When I was in the terminal with United Airlines and stuff, no one was practicing, social distancing. No one was wearing masks. I saw maybe one person wear a mask. No one were wearing gloves.
But over the course of her travels on a Chinese airline, everyone was wearing masks. Healthcare workers in hazmat suits did hourly temperature checks. And after many people on the plane showed symptoms of the virus, they placed passengers in cautionary quarantines in hotels right when they landed.
I cried so much because nothing had gone as planned this entire trip.
Each day, Meng is required to record her activity. She gets food dropped off at her door, and she's been tested for the virus. Those results coming back negative. Even still, she says it's all worth it to get away from New York City, where many were acting recklessly.
We started caring way too late. If everyone were taking the precautions they're taking right now, 3 weeks ago, things would be so much more different right now.
Stuck in survival mode for now, but above all, she can't wait to be home and show her family she's healthy.
I can go to restaurants and shops are open. I can see my friends, I can see my family, and I get to spend my birthday with my family for the first time in 6 years, which is, a silver lining in the midst of all this.
Has been in contact with her home city, where the health officials there are checking in with her regularly and planning for her arrival. She says her parents initially wanted her to come back home at the very beginning of the outbreak in fear that as an Asian American, she would be targeted by racism. Meng says while in New York City, though she was not personally attacked, she saw it happen to others.